everybody, welcome to a new video. Just ignore that. Okay, so right now we are going to be talking about one of my personal favorite characters, Peter. So, if you remember in the Frank and Doggy video, let me just set him down right here, is Pasgord said in one specific scene that Peter went somewhere. Well, actually, I'm going to be explaining that in this video. And since you've already read the title, I assume you're probably confused. Well, let me do the favor of explaining it to you. You see, I had this crazy idea called the Peter expansion. And that's basically, I take, let me try to explain this in a way you'll understand. Well, my first step was making this video talking about it and the rules. And this is basically an opportunity for Peter to appear in your plush videos. Yeah, that's right. But, don't get too crazy, because if you want to, I obviously have rules if you want to include Peter in videos. Now, let's go on to rule number 1. Rule number 1 is alright, how do I say this? You can't kill Peter in your video because, well, I'm not done with this guy yet. I still have plans for him. So, please do me a favor, and if you do want to make a video with Peter in it, do not kill him off in the video. You could just teleport him out of existence to make it look like he died or something. But you can't kill Peter off in a video. Rule number 2. You cannot attach Peter to any of your lore. Yes, so if you want to, make Peter connected to a character somehow, you might as well give up on that, because Peter is not connected to anyone else's lore except mine. Unless I discuss it with someone and then make it canon. But that you'd have to have a very personal discussion with me, because I do have my own separate list of rules if Peter is attached to your lore. But that's not for this video. So, for now, please do not attach Peter to any of your lore. Rule number 3 is you don't have to make Peter in this form. Since Peter is technically a shapeshifter, he can turn himself into anything he pleases, whether he has limbs or not, but preferably limbs. So if you want to make your Peter out of cardboard or pipe cleaners, you can do that. But when you're making your Peter form, if you do want Peter to be in your videos, try to challenge yourself. Still make it look like Peter. Include the fact that he is black, and include the fact that he has golden eyes in some forms with a red mouth. Make sure you include that. That's a very important detail, so that way I know that it's Peter. And try to challenge yourself just a tiny bit when making a Peter form of your own, because that is allowed. Just try to make it look like Peter. Rule number, I think this is 3 or 4. Try not to make Peter like a main villain, because he's technically a side villain to this story as of right now. But, if you want to include Peter in many things, like have him help a character in your series with achieving a goal, preferably a villain, You know, you can do that. You just can't kill him off or make him attached to the lore. But then again, that's for a separate video if you want to. But, you know, I'd have to, like, earn your trust, and you'd probably be spoiled with a lot of things for the future. But that's not really the point. So, sorry, I got a TikTok notification. Follow me on TikTok at AidedMacNamee700, but that's not the point. So, yeah. I forgot what I said. So, yeah, don't build up Peter to be, like, the main villain of your series, obviously. Because, you know, he is my character, and besides what you may think, I do care a lot about this character. He's one of, like, my top 3 favorites. If I had to pick my top 3, so yeah. Rule number 5, yes, I am keeping track. Just to let you know, if you do release a video or a few about your Peter expansion part, I will be reacting to it. So yeah, you will have a chance for me to get a reaction from one of your videos. Yeah. Since I don't have a computer, I will be playing it on the TV, on the Xbox. So yeah, for a chance for you to get a Peter expansion video out, I will watch that video. Yeah. So, you know, just to let you know, I do want you to live up to these rules. I do expect them to be followed, or else we're going to have some problems. Because this is my character. I'm sorry, I'm messing around with Dreadbear, one of my favorite plushies. Go watch the review. I'm sorry. Okay. No, so yeah. That's rule number 5. Number 6, try not to make up any superstitions about your theories for episode 11 of Plushdale, because that's not allowed entirely. This is not for Plushdale things, even though it is attached to the lore of Plushdale, of Peter jumping to worlds. Because, believe it or not, Peter actually has access to all plushtuber worlds. He just chooses to watch things go down and not help the villain whatsoever, because he doesn't care. He only decides to step out when he feels like it, because that's the kind of character Peter is. Which brings me to the next rule. Rule number 7 is I want you to get Peter's personality correct. Peter can be manipulative, he can be violent, he's probably one of the smartest characters. He may act dumb, but it's only a part of his manipulation. So, you know, try and make Peter as of the character in my series. If you need a refresher, go watch all the videos he's in, which aren't a lot. But, you know, he is capable at manipulation, so he can get what he wants. But, you know, we're not going to explore that, because that's spoilers. Yeah. So make sure that you make Peter manipulative, smart, and very violent, because that's his personality. So yeah, those are all the rules for the Peter expansion video. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're friends with someone who is a plushtuber, make sure that they watch this video, because they could have a chance at being a part of the Peter expansion. Oh, by the way, the first person to comment that they want Peter in a video is the first person who will get part 1. Yeah. Which means you will have to release your video first. So if you, sorry, I'm at a loss of words. If you type that you want Peter in your videos before anyone else, you need to be the responsible one and get that video done before all the others. And also label your video the Peter Expansion Part 1. This is how you need to spell it. So yeah. Oh, how did this get here? Just ignore this. It's nothing too crazy. Lore. And goodbye.